welcome to the Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that is really looking forward to Ridley Scott's follow-up to Prometheus. No joke, I just really like Prometheus. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of good movies, today we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe version of Risk from USAopoly. In Risk, Marvel Cinematic Universe from USAopoly, you actually have not one, not two, but three different games. Of course, you have the basic Skirmish game, you have the Battle for Manhattan game, and you have, of course, a Guardians of Galaxy card game. Now, in this review, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the Skirmish game, and hopefully sometime down the road we'll take a look at the others. Now, with Risk, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're essentially playing a game of, well, Risk set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's for 2 to 5 players, and you're going to take on one of these factions, either Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, the Winter Soldier, or Ultron. And you're going to have the faction minis, you're going to have kind of a little Avengers symbol in your color, meaning 1 troop, or you're going to have the 3 troop symbol, which is kind of a little figure of your character. Now, you're also going to have various faction cards that are used in the Battle for Manhattan. You're not going to use them like that. Instead, you're just going to shuffle them all together, and that's going to be the basic draw deck for the game. Now, at the beginning of the game, you're all going to kind of place your units around the board until everybody's got a space. Now, any players that maybe don't have any spaces left over for them to play, they can draw one of those cards at the beginning of the game to kind of offset that disadvantage. So the game, of course, is very much like Risk. You're trying to take over different sectors of the map, which is Manhattan. So you can move armies from one sector into another sector, attempting to attack your enemies. As you do that, of course, you can only attack with 3 units at a time. You can move in however many you want, but you only roll 3 die. The defender, assuming he has at least 2 there to defend, he can roll 2 die. It's basic. You match your highest rolls, you match your second highest rolls. Whoever has the highest wins, ties goes to defender, and the loser has to eliminate one of their units. So you're going around conquering parts of the board on your turn. You're declaring different attacks, and if you are successful in at least one of your attacks, you can draw a card. Now this is important because what you're going to be able to do at the start of your next turn is get reinforcements. Now at the beginning of the turn, you're going to get reinforcements in different ways. First of all, you're going to count up how many sectors you have, and then for every 3 rounded down, you are going to get 1 new troop. You also, if you control a region, that's the same color area, you're going to get a region bonus. They have region bonuses that tell you how many troops you get for controlling all of those colors. Now, also, you're going to play cards. Now, the cards you have will either have 1 Avengers symbol or 2 Avengers symbol on them, and that's the only thing that matters on the card, even though you got more there for the other game, Battle for Manhattan. You're only paying attention to the Avengers cards. When you play those cards, however many Avengers symbols you have will determine how many reinforcements you get based on a chart printed right there on the board. You can then place those wherever you want for your next attacks. The first player to reach 20 sectors wins Risk Marvel Cinematic Universe in the Skirmish mode. So, what do I think of this? Well, again, it's basically Risk. However, it's got the fun theme. You've got the fun little minis you're playing with. You've got an interesting board setup. I really like the board setup. It's quite different from a lot of the Risk games that I've played, and I really enjoyed that. Long story short, if you like Risk, you're going to like this version of the game. You're going to like the Skirmish version of the game. If Risk is not something that appeals to you, you're probably not going to care much for it. But I did. I really liked it. I forgot how much fun just a good game of Risk is, and this, with the theme and fun, it was just great fun. I really enjoyed it. Now, again, there's a lot more going on for the Battle of Manhattan. I'm hoping to get to that somewhere down the line. You got the Hulk, who can favor any faction at any time. You've got helicarriers that are there on the board. You got a lot of fun things. So I'm looking forward to playing that. But the Skirmish mode by itself is a lot of fun. I really liked it. Based on the Skirmish game alone, the Discriminating Gamer has no problem recommending it. Buy it. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. We are The Discriminating Gamer, and I got to tell you, with this Marvel Cinematic Universe, we got a lot of great heroes. We got Captain America, Thor, Iron Man. You've even got Ant-Man out there now. We got the new Spider-Man coming up. But I got to tell you, the one superhero that they have yet to bring to the big screen, that's the one I'm waiting for, Disappointed Father Man. Well, you're getting older. You can make your own decisions, I guess.
Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground.
once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. We are The Discriminating Gamer. And you know, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I really like the Marvel movies. But there's one thing that they're all missing. Nuclear Man from Superman 4. Yeah, I know it's DC, but just follow me on this. Nuclear Man has all these nuclear powers, right? Because he comes from the sun. Who could stand up to him? Superman couldn't, or maybe he did.